What's going on, everyone? So tonight, Manchester United versus West Ham, 7:15 kickoff, Sky Sports. My lineup, I would go with Henderson, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Eric Bailly, Lindelof, Luke Shaw, McTominay and Matic in the two midfield roles, Diallo on the right, Bruno in the 10, Dan James on the left with Greenwood up top. We've got no Rashford, he's obviously just picked up an injury. We've got Pogba still out, Donny is still out, Mata is still out. Ollie said in the press conference that he don't think that any of them will be available, but they will after internationals, which is too long. It's too long of a period for players to be missing to then say, not even be a certainty either, just say they may be back after internationals. So, nah, it's too long, as I said. The bonus, but in a way, it's a shame as well because I would have liked to have seen him against us, but it works out better for us is that Lingard is not allowed to play for the rules. He can't play against us. He's on loan, and that's a shame for me though because I'm glad it's going so well for him. I don't think he's got a future at United. I just don't think he's going to get the game time. So I think it's a right move for him, West Ham. But I would have liked to have seen him against us regardless anyway, even though it makes it a little bit of an easier matchup player for player with him out, but I still would have liked to have seen him just for the spectacle and to see how he would have performed against us because I think he would have done well. I think he would have carried on his form that he's on. So it's a shame that he's not playing, but also it's a bonus to us. So David De Gea obviously back, they've said, but it's touch and go when he's going to be available. So definitely won't be in the squad tonight. Not sure what happens with the quarantine rules and all that with David. Obviously he's just been to Spain and back. So I don't know how that works out. Ollie said it's touch and go with that. For the bench, with everyone out, I struggled to even pick players for the bench. I've had to put a couple in there that I wouldn't even put on my bench. But because of injuries and everything, we don't really have a choice. So I would go with Grant, Tuanzebe, Telles, Fred, Shortire, Thierry, Williams and Maguire. Now, I wouldn't put Maguire even on the bench after that miss. He's basically on the line. Wouldn't have him in the squad after that miss against AC Milan. But because of injuries and people missing, I couldn't think of anyone else unless you start bringing more of the youth players in and reserve players. Who's going to go on the bench? It's that bad with injuries and stuff at the moment. So I wouldn't really have Williams on the bench either. I think he needs to be one that's going out on loan, etc. But because of even Thierry or Shortire, is just they're too young and they need more experience. So the bench is kind of just I've had to pick who I've picked because of injuries, but a lot of them I wouldn't even have on the bench. So that's the state we're in. Look, we know that Maguire's going to go, that Ollie will pick him ahead of probably Bailly, and it'll be Lindelof and Maguire. But I would go with Bailly and Lindelof. I think he will go with Fred and McTominay, but I'm going with McTominay and Matic. West Ham, though, they're one of the form teams. They're 6 points behind us. They got a game in hand on us. So if they beat us, we're in danger. We are, because they're probably more in form than we are, and I reckon they've got a lot more confidence than we have at the moment. Plus, they've got a fitter squad. They've got most of their players, I believe. So, look, I'll be back with the lineups tonight. My prediction for this, I'm going to go 2-2. I think we struggle to win this game. I really do, because we're lacking options, a lot of options. So, look, it's going to be interesting to see the lineup and the bench because of, as I said, of all the injuries we've got. But I'm not feeling great about this game, as I wasn't about the AC Milan game. And I think West Ham, they're going to cause a lot of problems, and I wouldn't be surprised if they nick it. So, look, a point is a good result tonight if we can get a draw. 3 points is just, do you know what I mean? That's icing on the cake. But we can't lose this game tonight. We really can't. But my prediction is 2-2. I will be back with a confirmed lineups when the lineups are out. And then with a post-match recap and player ratings. Hope it's a good game. I feel like it will be. Obviously, Lingard out is a big bonus for us. So, look, I'll be back with a confirmed lineups. I'll speak to you then.